Welcome back, disc golf fans. The Birdie Open 2024 back at it again for round 2, moving day here at Iron Hill, presented by Gatekeeper Media, and a big shout out, as always, to Delaware Disc Golf for this amazing event. And our Patreon supporters, we won't forget about you either. I'm Derek. We got Chris in the booth once again. What's going on, buddy?
Dude, I'm so grateful to be commentating on this coverage. Like, this place is so special to us. First chase card win ever, 2019. And here we are, 5-6 years later, still filming this event. We have Justin, Rosak, we have Zachary, we have Michael and Gillis finishing out our lead card. Pretty hot rounds. So we saw MJ 7 under through the front 9. Then he finished a 7 under, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, that one bogey there on 18 was his only blemish on the first day. Let's jump into hole 1, 625-foot, 190-meter par 4. You want to swing left to right, beat these trees here, land just about here as center of the fairway as possible before you go back into another mouth-wooded area and a raised mound for the green.
Okay, welcome to the 248 grouping. It's the open division, it's a foursome. Oh, and by the way, it's the lead card. From Zionsville, Pennsylvania, Justin Rosak, leader of the tournament.
Justin being somewhat local to us, he's a Pennsylvania boy, and you mentioned our first chase card win was here at Iron Hill. If you remember correctly, our first major that we've ever filmed for the PDGA, Justin Rosak was on that coverage as well, back in 2019.
Wow. That's a throwback right there. This is a great starting hole. Good placement shot. You can end up too far to the right there, get pinched.
Zachary Tesone.
Zach Tesone has made it on our coverage before, so no stranger to Gatekeeper Media. Pretty involved in the local East Coast circuit.
Nice and high here. And, yep, perfect.
From Denver, North Carolina, Michael Johansen.
I'd say if I was a betting man, I would say it's a backhand turnover for MJ. As we saw on round 1, that one.
Ooh.
Whoa, you don't see that too often, if I'm being honest.
From Greenfield, Massachusetts, Gillis MacDougall.
Team Clash member, Gillis here. Disc Golf 978.
I know Gillis through Happy with Par posts and things like that. I know Anthony from over there supports Gillis a lot.
This looks nice and smooth out of the hand. That should be right center cut.
Yeah, beautiful ground play.
So we're going to see where MJ is. I don't know if he's over near women's tee pad or... Oh, that's not good.
Oh, boy. Okay, I mean, considering how that could have played out, not too shabby. Justin gets caught up pretty early, doesn't beat the angle, pushes that too far straight.
MJ still has some work to get up and down for his par, and he's going to give himself a chance. Just outside the circle there.
Wow,
Oh,
clean
great
approach.
shot.
Yeah. Super smooth the whole way. So I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot more forehands on this day, based off of how things are shaking out here on the first.
Yeah, it sets up nice for the forehand unless you throw it the opposite hand like me. It's pretty straightforward.
Real buttery shot there for Justin as well.
Yeah, and I mentioned this in the first round. Par here's good. I mean, you want to grab the birdie, but there are going to be people like MJ here taking the bogey as well. So
Yeah, and that's very uncharacteristic based off of how we were seeing MJ putt on day one. Oh, whoa. All right. Not so bad. Just didn't want to stop. It found the only gap there on the mound.
Nice putt.
Yeah.
That's a good birdie there to start up. 3 strokes off the lead to start the round.
Yeah, with this par here from Justin, Gillis will be getting 1 stroke closer to the leader.
Last little cleanup here, so good spread of scores. Just going to move into hole 2. First par 3 of the course, 380 feet. Nice stand-up hyzer here for the righty. Really easy to kind of end up too short and left. But if you do progress far enough down this fairway, you should be able to give yourself a look for birdie. You can push too far straight or hit one of the first available trees, and bogey comes into play pretty quickly.
And it does play every inch of that 380 feet in a very tight fashion.
Yeah, like this looks like short left.
Oh,
Catches that tree, nice.
All right. So it is really easy to try to put too much on it, where you're really just trying to keep like a slower, more confined like movement.
Wow. All right, that works out pretty good there for Zach. Kind of misses everything.
That's really on the inside.
And not far off of where he was the first round. He's going to be hanging out with Zach. Great approach there from Gillis. That is a locked-in par.
Great recovery.
Dang.
Oof. So the putter just hasn't turned on for MJ yet.
Good birdie there for Justin. And from here, just a couple cleanups as this did come in 0.12 over par. There's not many holes here that play under par. I'll point those out when we get to them.
All right, jumping in 760-foot par 4 here at hole 3. You're going to beat the wooded area short off the tee. Kind of land anywhere in that open area, honestly, is pretty good. You don't want to miss right, as the approach into this death drop behind the green can be tricky. Roller play is something we don't normally see. You run the risk of kind of swinging it a little too high and hitting the trees early.
Yeah, but
I'd
Rosak
say-
plays that perfectly.
Yeah, I don't think you can really ask for much better. That looks turned over too much.
Yeah. It needs to get down or he's going to be in jail. Yeah. Birdie's basically out of the question at that point.
Zach hugging that right side. That's looking great.
Yeah, it works perfect.
A lot of trust in that disc. MJ trying the same, drifting a little too far to the right, catching some trees before exiting.
That might have been good for him because that was definitely turned over. That was going to end up
Way
in
more
that,
pinched for
yeah,
sure.
like way in those trees, and it can get really bad over there. As he still has a chance for par now.
Those trees might have saved him a little as well. Yeah, that's a tough spot there for Gillis. You can kind of just see like how far off the landing zone is.
Yeah, all he needed was one last tree to miss.
A little
Doesn't
misstep
really hit
there.
anything, Zach. So far, really pushing down the fairway when he's really not on it. So he's going to have a look for birdie.
A little high there for Justin.
It's a big shot for Gillis. Needs to get up and down, save his par.
Oh,
Stop, stop, stop.
it's not gonna.
He even says it's Iron Hill for you, but honestly, now he has a big. He could just putt right at it where he was. That kind of would have been, like you said, a death drop.
But I mean, to be honest, like, it is the whole risk reward kind of thing where like you should be rewarded for good shots, and your bad shots punish you on their own. You don't get any extra punishment.
Yeah. Zach gets scooted on a little bit, as this came in as the second hardest hole on the day.
Yeah, smart play.
Just nothing to do with that.
Solid connection for Gillis.
Great par. It's like he almost went so far into the ditch where it kind of goes back uphill a little bit, so he almost had a level putt, it felt like.
And the point I was making is like, you know, his tee shot, by all, you know, intents and purposes, was not a good tee shot. And he had to work for getting that par. So like I said, it punishes you on your own, but he had to work for it, but it's still there.
Yeah, very, very punishing. Came in half a stroke over par, 0.56.
Trying to block my shot, man.
All right, we're back at it. Hole 4, another par 4, 675. This one where we might see some rollers. You want to get left to right. And we have this second shot here. A lot of trees to miss. Nice mouth. You can go through. And then there is OB on the backside. Comes into play. But very similar to the last hole in the sense that you can go too far straight and left. Puts you in a really bad spot. Or turn something over to the right.
Now, I will be honest with you. I was expecting Justin to throw a roller again, since it worked out so well for him in the last hole. So to have that turnover air shot get caught up high.
We'll see what his lie looks like from there. Just want to get past those trees. When you go with this forehand, you want to get a nice flare skip.
The wind is helping that out a lot.
Yeah, Zach crunched that. That might go
Wow.
too far. Wow.
Yeah, that was a rip.
So he probably has a forehand from over there into the gap.
He threw it so hard his hat fell off. It's not quite holding the turn. That shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, birdie will be tricky, but par should happen. Gillis is going to give himself a look for birdie.
Oh.
Yeah, and this is where you don't want to be on this hole. That was good progress.
Yeah, it worked. It worked well enough.
Oh, dude, he's so far. What? Wow. He was so far over there that he had to do a little Anheuser flick shot.
All right. Standard there for MJ.
For the birdie. No birdie for Gillis. Still sitting 1 under, though, so good round brewing.
Ooh. Looks like that might have played with the OB line a little.
Oh. Oh, that would have been such a good birdie to grab.
Okay, not too close. Oh.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's windy enough to be moving that flag. And then now it just stopped.
Things getting a little closer due to unforced errors here.
All right, and let's jump into the first par 5 of the round on hole 5, 780 foot, slightly uphill. We're going to be looking at the landing zone right about here to give yourself your best approach moving forward. You don't want to miss right, as you will pinch yourself off quite incredibly to approach this green here, surrounded by quite a bit of guardian rocks.
As I do want to mention, the last hole, it was the only hole on the course that played under par. So I did mention I was going to make note of them. Well, I skipped one already. And hole 4 was the easiest hole, came a quarter stroke under par. So buckle up, y'all.
Let's jump in. That Gillis's tee shot is probably about as good as you can get, nestled next to that tee pad. You should have a great line from there.
Zach's isn't the worst as long as he's not right behind those trees. Looks like MJ's going to join him.
Yeah, with a little bit of an obstacle. Oh, that's turned over and low. That's I don't know if it went deep enough to be like devastating, but not really aggressive from there.
Oh, that's a great pull from Zach. If you have the righty flex shot and you're kind of over there on the left, it lines up perfect for that.
Oh, what a positioning.
Oh, and then what a spot to land.
You're getting blocked by trees on both sides.
Yeah, it's terrible. This is not the side you want to be on as righty backhand. It makes a tough angle.
Yeah, like like I was saying, like you can't be aggressive from there. You just have to play to the middle point.
Yeah, Justin does great there, though. Good progress.
Yeah,
the theme of this course and the theme of these par 5s is just progress. Every hole you need, or every throw, you need to be moving down the fairway.
Gillis pulls out a little bit, early releases, I think, a little bit.
It's a good shot from MJ.
Boring golf placement. But safe.
Oh, no.
And that's not a place you want to be either.
No, that's tough. Especially after taking the bogey on the easiest hole. Right before this, as Zach gets caught up. Should be there. Easy birdie.
All right, that'll work out just fine. Hitting the koozie, sitting very close. Oh. Ricochet off of the cage.
Yeah, I said easy birdie. I didn't realize he was that far away. I thought he was about where Gillis is here. Unless he gets the easy birdie.
And with Gillis's approach carrying too far left, getting the birdie still, that is impressive. Shows good recovery.
Hole 6, par 4, 625, 190 meters. We're going to see a righty hyzer shot here. Tight little line with the trees, though. You can catch the backside. Do not end up left. And we have a nice left to right finish here. Good little zigzag. Yeah, that is, I mean, that gets way down there, but that is very far left.
That's too far to the right, I think.
It's just high enough that it pushes through. That should be okay.
Yeah, for sure. It was running the risk of hitting and kicking somewhere. That's too straight. Oh, no. Great. Man, my angles are all off.
Just talking zigzags got you all knotted up like a pretzel. Needs to miss this last tree. It does, but yep. Should be all right as well.
That's about as far left as you want to go, though.
Yes. 0 for 1 on the left side here. MJ's in the perfect position, and he's going to end up in the exact same spot he was.
Wow. When he puts it together, it's really fun to watch. Justin kind of playing with that tree on that left side there. Pushing into the woods there to the left of the green.
Wow, Gillis made it so far down here. Has the toughest angle.
Whoa.
Derek, I think he did it. He went a little long, but...
Keep pushing. It's about as honest of a bid as you can give it.
Oh, catching that tree on its flight.
For the marbles.
Oh,
no. The worst sound in disc golf.
MJ, identical birdie from round 1.
Let's see if he plays hole 7 identically.
Yeah, let's hope. Gillis going in, and then Zach is, man, flatlined with pars.
All right, hole 7, small downhill at 370, so it plays a little shorter, par 3. You got 2 sides to go. You can throw straight down that left gap or throw something that slightly turns and rides that right fairway. Clean, unobstructed green. A lot of trees between you and the basket. MJ
Yeah, no
going
basket.
directly at it.
No basket hit on this one, but
That's that. Yeah, that's that straight shot.
yeah, you don't have to go as far right as you think. I mean, MJ basically in the circle, and he just threw as straight of a shot as you can.
Yeah, because once you beat 50% of the fairway, you can kind of just keep filtering forward wherever you land, as long as you stay clean.
This might go too far right. And he does not catch anything again. I think it's like the third or fourth time this round already that the trees are just missing his disc.
Yeah, and puts himself in striking distance for the 2.
Oh,
Justin getting caught up by that early. That's I think there's a pin placement on that mound that pops up occasionally, if I remember correctly. Oof. It's kind of a rough one for Gillis here.
yeah, these par 3s are very dangerous. You can get red on your scorecard very quickly, as we're seeing right here. And with a tester, possibly even 2 strokes. Yeah, I think the par 3s are the most important here at Iron Hill.
I agree.
You need to be coming... Oh, MJ.
Hell yeah. All right, it took 7 holes, but I think the putt is back.
Yeah, this round is back at even.
But yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. The par 3s are very important, and I think the par 5s are where you can make up your ground.
That's a great bogey save.
For sure. A lot of pressure on that one, especially after hitting the band on the previous hole. Great connection.
Little fortune, no trees hit, and capitalizes on the birdie. First one of the day. Took 7 holes. All right, second par 5 of the course, hole 8, 780 feet. This one's uphill off this first shot. If you can land right on this hillside, you're looking good. You do not want to go down the left, really the entire length of the fairway. It's no good over there. Right, you can still progress. But yeah, theme of the course here, rocks, zigzags, a lot of trees. Great basket pitched up on the stairs there as well.
Yeah, and there's a fine line. Because of how uphill it is, you do want to disc down in terms of stability, but then you run the risk of pushing it too hard and kind of getting blocked up in these early trees, because that's not a good angle. It's almost better to kind of push further right in that area.
Mm-hmm. I like where Zach's at there. That shouldn't be too bad. Where, like, if this does not kick left, don't kick left.
That was in danger of being real tough.
Yeah, he can still get some progress here.
Still a little tough, but that late flip up there helps it carry up the hill. It's slightly left for the angle, so that might be a little tough. You might have to do like a patent pending or...
I can't believe he split those trees. It's a common theme. You don't really get around the bend here, and you're on the right side.
This is kind of what I was talking about, though, where like he wasn't right enough to be able to have a good angle.
Yeah. Justin got very lucky here that he did not take a bad kick, and
should have a pretty straight line.
Yeah. Keeps it up on the hillside there. He still has birdie in play. I'd say he's probably 60% through the fairway here.
All right, forward progress, even with that tree. It didn't really push it too far. He should have an angle from that left side. MJ just chipping up.
Yeah, we'll see if par is even still in play for him.
Ooh, narrowly missing that one small tree. Doesn't really hit anything else. Nestles up almost pin high.
That's a great shot there from Justin. He's looking at an easy birdie.
All right, finally hit a line.
Gillis trying to bounce back. I think he might. He's got a putt here for birdie. I like the commitment. That's a good par save there for MJ after really working his way down piece by piece.
Yeah, it could be so daunting where it's like you hit the first tree and you're like, all right, I'm still kind of going uphill. And then you hit the next one and then it starts to really set in. So
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm not even around the bend.
Yeah.
And you progress and then you get caught up. But this is one of the easier par fives, I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to fact check myself there just to make sure. Yeah, this comes in at 0.04 over par. So this plays about right at par. Couple birdies though. Good
I
to
didn't
see.
realize Zach's just sat there like that. That's good. All right, and as we round out our front nine here with a 555-foot tight off the tee, slightly downhill, dog leg to the right, pushing a little downhill as well with a slight serpentine pattern down to a bowl green. You really just want to play dead straight and kind of meet right around where the dog leg starts. If you want to play aggressive, you can bite off a lot of the elbow like we just see Justin. However, that is a high risk, high reward play because missing early right is guaranteed jail. You want to miss left off of the tee to put yourself in that auxiliary fairway to give yourself a straight line to the green.
I want to shout out Bo McLaughlin real quick. Give him his flowers. He did grab the eagle on hole
Nice.
8. Only one on the field. So oh, just missed it, and this is going to be good. No.
But I think he's in that fairway. I think.
Yep.
Perfect. So, I mean, not perfect for the bird, but
What?
is
What
it
is
happening
going on,
again?
Zach? Jeez.
The not hitting thing actually worked against him here, and he
Oh, my goodness.
kind of cooked it. I don't think he anticipated it getting that clean. Oh, man.
MJ's having the completely opposite effect. Feels like he's hitting every tree.
Just one of those days.
Tough angle here for Gillis.
It's going to
But
work
he
out.
hits it.
With a little anti-skip there at the trunk of that tree, kind of keeping it from pushing further away. Clean, smooth backhand turnover. Should land flat. Yep. Goes
Oh,
right
my
down
man.
into the bowl.
It's back-to-back birdies looking for Justin there.
You could tell by how shortened that forehand form for MJ was. He kind of just like kept his arm really close to him at release. There must have not been any swing room in there.
Oh, misses
All
that
right.
tree, gets it in. 3 down through the front 9. Solid showing here for Gillis. Making up some ground. Justin keeping his pace. Gets the outright lead here through 9. Good cleanup there for his par. So we're looking at halfway through the tournament. Our leader is only sitting at 10 under. Goes to show. Pars are good here at Iron Hill.
That's right. Slow and steady can win the race.
Zach there, blemish free. Just the one birdie.
There you have it, folks. We're ending the front 9 here for round 2 of the the Birdie Open 2024. Special shout out to all of our Patreon supporters. If you would like to get your name on screen and support the production of these videos, head on over to patreon.com/gatekeepermedia and consider supporting today.